Imagine you found out your neighborhood was actually sinking into the ground. Well, we know of such a place. It's here in the Las Vegas Valley, and we're headed there now. So, let's go. Neighborhood. It's called Windsor Park. It's established in the 60s, and for decades it's been sinking into the ground. Now, originally there was like 240 homes out here. Now they're down to 90. And they actually went a couple decades before they really figured out this place was actually sinking completely into the ground. And you know, it's a shame because the folks that live here, you know, they've been putting up with a lot of crap for a long time. And we're going to get more into that in a second. Part of the problem is the land developers, they didn't do any proper studies on this parcel of land before the building began. And if they would have done proper studies, they would have figured out that this land's over an aquifer and a fault line, which caused the problems. See, eventually the water started draining from underneath, and it caused the land to sink. And the people who lived here had to deal with a catastrophe. Now, because of that, these homes began to sink right into the ground, right off their foundations. And here's the real kicker. The folks, because of what was happening, they weren't able to get insurance on their homes anymore. That's the real kicker. And then they passed this ordinance that you couldn't build on this land, or you could not repair your home. So therefore, if you had like a hole in your roof or something like that, or the driveway was cracked in half, you couldn't repair it. So the people who lived here for the several decades were living in homes that are in shambles, and no one was doing really anything about it. Now, I can tell you right now, if this was Windsor Castle instead of Windsor Park, there would have been something done about it, that's for sure. Anyway, it's just a shame. As you can see right here, this used to be the stairway to someone's home. It's gone now. What you got left is an empty lot. Now, most of the people who live here are elderly. They've been living here for decades, and they've been putting up with this for a long time. So it's a shame. It really is a shame. I read a story about this guy in 2019. He bought a home here after all this has been going on for years, and no one told him anything about it. Now that's unscrupulous, I would think. But it's like 4 years after he bought the home, he figured out what was going on with his home and his property. But now he's kind of stuck. So, I mean, I would tell you the leaders of this city, they should be embarrassed. They should be ashamed of themselves for allowing this to go on as long as they have. So, but we're going to show you some photos. We're going to show you some, like the ground being cracked and these empty lots. You'll see where homes used to be, and show you what a disaster it is. We are literally just a few miles off the strip, where money's flowing faster into this town than water from the Colorado River. But yet, it's gone on for years. The situation. now over the years, there actually has been some federal funds that have helped some people relocate, and that's a good thing, and hopefully that continues. And I mean, because really, I mean, we can send money to Ukraine, okay, to rebuild their cities and their homes and for those folks, but we can't do it here. I mean, really think about that for a minute. You know, these are American citizens. These are people who live, okay, here in the good old USA. And sometimes I feel like our government's got priorities screwed up. And like I said, some of our leaders should be embarrassed by this whole situation. But they probably aren't, you know, because they're politicians. And they don't really care, you know. They'll say enough to get elected. They only really care about a couple of things. Getting elected and getting reelected, okay, and making some money, okay? So, and I was thinking how we're not really that far away from what they call the West Side, the historical West Side. Now, that's an area that's got political pop, okay? So I really feel like if that was happening over there, which is only a few miles away, there'd be something being done about it. I mean, a lot more. I mean, there have been a few things. And actually, I heard there are some developers that are stepping in and to help rebuild some homes and help some folks out. And that's good news. Right here, this used to be somebody's driveway, and now this is the foundation of someone's home. So you can see how cracked these streets are. Whole thing, man. You would think that they would repair these, but apparently they don't. This is all caused by the sinking of the neighborhood. So, when the casinos, way out there in the distance, are making billions, the people in this small neighborhood in North Las Vegas, they suffer. Now I know this is like considered North Las Vegas, it's not Las Vegas, but the money, the state gets the money from gaming too. So all the way down from the top, from the state all the way down to the city level, the leadership has really done not very much to step in and help out these folks. Well, let's just hope the future changes that. So you'll walk through these, if you're walking through this neighborhood, you'll see there's streets where there are no houses at all. They're just empty lots, one after another. And there'll be other streets where you'll have a house, an empty lot, or a house. But this particular street that I'm on right now, it's got no houses. They're all gone, man. Built in the 60s, torn down since then. People's lives, people who used to live here. But not anymore. Where'd they go? Who knows? Hopefully, somebody helped them out. Okay, so you figure, I'm standing in the middle on a foundation of somebody's home. The house was built in the 60s. They lived here for a couple of decades. You know, they worked hard. Maybe they worked in the strip in the casino. And then their house began to fall into the ground. Their whole neighborhood. And really, not that many people that cared to do much about it. Now, I did mention this, and kind of going forward, it looks like that some people have stepped up, so the future may look brighter for these folks. We shall see. We'll see what that's all about, and we'll see how that plays out. I rarely trust politicians when they say they're going to step in and they're going to take care of people. They don't seem to really care about us, U.S. citizens. They really just care about getting rich. But that's just one man's opinion. If you disagree with me, or if I got anything wrong in this video, please let me know in the comments. You know, I've just read a bunch of this stuff, and I just kind of looked into it on my own. And if I got something wrong, or if you don't agree with my opinion, let me know. But anyway, but that's all we have for now in this installment of Beers and Frontiers. So see you again next time. Cheers.